Where is everybody? Okay, let me not jeopardize this. So much better. My glasses is not squeezing my face. Anybody watching out there that want to jump in? I'm like, my glasses is not squeezing my face today. I finally got them adjusted. So hopefully they sit a little better. Hello, welcome. I'm gonna say hi, Rocky. How you doing? Rocky, if you will. Hello, Petite. Abiel, welcome. Oh, Rocky is joining right away. Oh, you disappeared. Try again. So, welcome people. Welcome everyone. Well, welcome to my live. Today is day 34 of 111 days that I've chosen to show up live here on TikTok. And I'm a newbie, but 34 days in, there's still lots to learn. Thank you for sharing the live, Rocky. If you feel free to send the live to other people that you think might be interested in just chilling for a bit. So why did I choose to show up here for 111 days? Well, you know, I'm on this thing called a journey. Maybe you're on one too. And, you know, my journey has brought me to this place where if I really desired my life to change, then I would have to do what is uncomfortable for me to do. And an aspect of that was to show up. Okay, Salty says I need advice on what to do when I want to confront someone for talking bad about me. Also, I'm scared. First, let me ask you, what are you afraid of? Or Salty, if you will, you can actually jump onto this live with Rocky and I, and we dialogue it out. This is why I've chosen to do it like this, because we're just here to talk life, and anybody could jump in and, you know, just, yeah, jump on.
Of them judging me. Oh, well, shame on them. I was just talking about this with a good friend of mine, and explained that it's never anything you do in anger.
It's okay.
You let that part out in privacy or with somebody appropriate, right? All the bad words you would use and the angry hurt part of you. And you let all that go, and then it's amazing when you are just factual, just to the point and factual and honest. Because I worked with somebody who just rip people to shreds and never mind talk bad about them, scream in your face, belittle you. It was awful, and I just spoke my truth like I would anybody else. I don't appreciate the tone. I don't appreciate the time. And I am not accustomed to being spoken to like that. I mean, if you know, you have to know for fact, though. See, in my case, it was happening directly to me. But in this case, it sounds as though did Salty say there's someone who was speaking bad of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm hoping that you know this for fact because you don't want to go by hearsay because you never know, the person who's delivering the message is sometimes worse than the actual, they take it and twist it and sometimes have ulterior motive. But so you have to know for fact because you never want to put yourself in a precarious situation like that. But if
Right.
you know for fact and it hurts you, what's the harm in asking the honest question? Why do you speak ill of me? Is there a
Well,
problem with me? Is this something we
yeah,
can resolve?
yeah.
No? Or
Well,
yeah?
can I ask a question as well? I wanna ask.
Yeah,
What
they
is
know for
the
fact.
yeah, no, they know for a fact.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask if what this person is saying is true.
Mm-hmm.
Is what the person speaking about you, is it true or is it a lie?
Mm.
Because like I'm just yeah. Well, they're saying it's not true, it's a lie. Okay, so
Okay.
okay. So yes, you can choose to confront them, or because that's the natural reactive thing that we want to do as human beings. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
defend ourselves because we know it's a lie. So I'm going to just approach it from a different place. I can see the time in my eye. Sorry. I just realized my computer screen was on and it was like showing in my eyes. I could see the numbers. So if it's not true, right, then there's nothing for you to be upset about.
Mm-hmm.
If it is true, then there's nothing for you to be upset about. Okay? That's it. You neutralize it because sometimes people want to take you outside of yourself
Mm-hmm.
so that you can behave and act in a way that kind of supports some kind of idea they have about you,
Mm-hmm.
or that they're trying to prove to somebody else that is your character, that is you. So
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
okay, so
the
he's
this
spreading it to others, right? But are other people coming to what are they saying to you? Are they just repeating it back to you, saying this person is saying this about you? Is that what they're saying? Or are they coming in with the belief that it's true and they're coming to you and asking you about it? Okay. And are they repeating it
repeating
because
it back to me. Yeah,
yeah.
but in what fashion? Like so and so said such and such, or is it done in an inquisitive way? Where like they're relaying the information, but they kind of low key want to know if it's true or not?
Yeah, because I want to get the whole picture, right? Like at least through your eyes, what's going on. They're asking me questions about it. And what is your response when they tell you this? What's your response to them? So I'm a very anxious person, so I'll explain later. Okay. Just an FYI, I cannot receive direct messages in TikTok because somehow I violated some community guidelines, but the ban will be lifted on April 30th or maybe be on May 1st, it'll be cleared. So if you want to send me a direct message, until then, I cannot receive any messages, my dear. So the reason why I'm asking, Tanya, hello. The reason I'm asking is this. Oh, you mean I'll tell them, I'll explain to them later. Oh, I get it. So your response is, I'll tell you later. Does later ever come up? Do you ever end up explaining to them? This is interesting.
I'll explain later.
Yes, that's what she says when the people
Okay.
come up to her. She just says, "No, I don't end up explaining. Exactly.
I don't end up explaining.
Meaning, I procrastinated. Okay, so here's what's happening. Okay, this person is spreading a lie about you to X amount of people. Those individuals are coming up to you and asking you if it's true. And you would say to them, I'll explain later, and then later never comes. So these people in the middle are only left with one perspective because in your avoiding just simply saying it's not true without there having to be any further explanation other than that. And they get to choose who they believe.
Well,
Okay?
it lets you know what kind of people you're dealing with also.
Well,
Because if
that's
they're just
it,
going to
right?
believe, we don't owe anybody an explanation
We,
for anything.
we
I heard
don't.
cluck cluck. And you say, "Oh yeah? Oh, okay." And you flip it on them and say, "And what do you think of that? Is it true? What do you think?"
Yeah, but here's the thing. Salty does, suffer from anxiety, but
Thank you, love. Yes.
the anxiety actually comes from you not saying anything.
Welcome.
Your voice is valued and valuable to self, right?
Yeah.
This is how you're, this is the way that you're treating yourself comes from many instances and lifetimes perhaps of people treating you like, you know, you're the one that they put everything on. You're the one that's always responsible and apologetic and, people pleasing perhaps and want to be liked, want to be part of the group perhaps. I don't know.
Need more context
We need more
around it.
context. Yeah, but
Yeah.
at
But
the end of
I
the
mean,
day, the waiting, the thing is, you're not defending yourself. You're letting them come to their own conclusion by saying, I'll tell you later, and then never saying anything. So now, like if it was, it's one thing if they didn't come to you, right? Then they would have formed their own conclusion based solely on what that one person said. But the conclusion is being solidified by you avoiding it when there's actually nothing to hide because it's a lie. So there's actually no need for you to confront the other person. You could actually ignore them and just go up to people and say, they're lying. And have that person come stand beside you and tell the same thing to your face because you know the truth of who you are. That is how you can stand up to that person. Have them come in front of everybody, repeat what they said. Because either they believe it to be true, and here's the thing people will know right then and there who is lying and who's telling the truth. You don't even have to say anything. You know what I mean? So the thing is, it just all depends on how you want to approach it. You have many options, right? Because here's the thing if other people's opinion matter more than what you feel and think about yourself, how you matter to you, then we have to revisit that. Like, why is that? Right? This is how we give away our power, right? We get upset and we react to things when in truth, what is there to react to? If it's not true, I'm not going to be upset. And if it's true, well, it's true. What am I going to be upset about? That they're talking about it? Let them. right? The power you give is your response or lack thereof to others to form a conclusion. And you're the one that's avoiding simply saying, it's not true. That is not who I am. You guys know me well enough to know that. And if that person believed that to be true about me, then have them come stand in front of me and say that exact same thing with everybody around. Because I know that is not true about me. And if you could stand in that truth, you're good. That's it. Yourself is just asking you to do what's right for it, not to run away from it, you know? And here's the thing, nobody got harmed in the process, and especially you, right? That's what happens when you choose yourself. That's my line.
That's
Choose
your
you.
motto. Choose
That's my
you.
motto, choose you. But in the most loving way. Just take a step back sometimes, because as human beings, we're taught to react,
Yeah.
right? And so we need to like hold a breath between what we're reacting to and then choose to respond from a much calmer space and respond from that place of truth for yourself. You know what they're saying is a lie. So respond from your truth. Who's going to come against you against your own truth? You are so welcome. Salty said, oh my God, thank you for this. I needed this. Happy Tuesday.
Fabulous.
Wait, Salty, don't go yet. We like to pull cards here for anyone who wants to jump in on the conversation. So I'm going to give you 4 options because I'm like that. We have our Divine Feminine. Hello, usually. We have our African Goddess. We have our Gateway. And we have our Starseed Oracle decks. So you get to choose. Hello, usually. We just had a wonderful chat with Salty here. And just about to pull a card. Salty. Yeah. Gateway? Okay, cool. Well, Rocky, why don't you fill in usually what just when happened? You're on mute.
Oh, there I go. Yeah, I'm multitasking. I'm eating dinner at the same time. I don't want to be rude and chomp in people's ear. But it was a question of to approach or not to approach an individual that is spreading lies about you. How to approach and if to approach. And basically it was, well, if it's a lie, then it's a lie, so what? Then if it's true, well, then that's truth. And again, that's okay. And I don't know, people like to do that, fast themselves. So, oh, I heard cluck, 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 and you're telling me this. Why?
Because that's human beings. It's a gossipy situation, right?
Okay, so like what? You want to know if it's true? You want to just chat for the sake of chatting? Like, you have something...
And you shut them down by just saying it isn't so and walking away, and that full stop period. No, it's not true. Or if it's, is this true? No, period. That's all. And you know who you are, you know yourself. So challenge the other individual to stand in front of you and everyone else, and let everyone else be the judges as to who's telling the truth without you having to say a word.
Yeah, but do we even know? Is anybody that? Like, that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
let's peel it back a layer.
My point is, they're not going to do that. They're not going to go that far, and that's my point. Because if you stand your ground and say, "Okay, come tell me to my face in front of everybody else," that person is simply just, they ain't going to do that because they know they were lying in the first place. And so, without Salty having to say anything, it's resolved. Without having to go into any kind of details, without, confronting the other person, like all of those things play into it. It just becomes a peaceful transaction with yourself when you are able to take a step back and breathe and go, is this true? Is this real about me? And if it is, why am I mad? And if it ain't, why am I mad? I don't need to defend that. Good for that person. That's what happened with Ruben the other day. I said, if you want to believe that, believe it. I know me, right? And if we can stand, that is our power. That is how we don't get off center when everybody has opinion about who you are, and that's how you stand with yourself and stand for yourself. You choose yourself. And no, if something isn't true, I don't need to get my back up about it. Society has taught us differently, though. They want us fighting. They don't want you peaceful.
Yeah.
Right? I choose peace, man. Fuck all y'all. I choose peace.
Ooh.
That's what I say. Anyways, sorry. Hello, singer. So your card is listening with your heart.
Ooh.
So it says, I trust the messages I receive from my heart. Okay, so it says, the heart knows what the mind cannot uncover. Trust the messages you receive from your heart. Angels and guides are communicating with you. In sweet, soft stillness, listen to their gentle whispers. If you're facing a decision and your mind says one thing, but your heart says another, follow the dictates of your heart and you'll be on the right path. If you get a nudge to speak to someone or to go in a particular direction, don't hesitate. Follow this guidance. Whenever you feel challenged and you don't know where to turn, quiet your mind and listen with your heart. The correct path will appear, for Spirit wants to speak to you. There's a message for you right now. Watch the signs and the messages will unfold effortlessly. Okay, Salty, what do you think? Rocky, what do you think?
I think that if you're meant to say something, you will. And if your spirit says no, there's no harm in just letting it be.
Exactly.
So follow your intuition. And it may be different with each person that approaches.
Absolutely. You got to trust yourself, Yeah.
And don't worry about it, honestly.
Yeah, they said,
At the end of the day, you know you. And you know what's truth. And listen, people have nothing better to do. And they just... This sounds like somebody who's just not happy. Why are you talking about Salty
They're
for?
just probably jealous. And
That's exactly it.
problem.
Leave Salty alone and fix your own caca.
Exactly.
What are you trying to do? Wave a shiny thing over here to distract from you.
Yeah.
So do that, but leave people's names out of it. And I wish I knew more, but it doesn't matter. The finer details don't really matter, but
it doesn't.
You can't help be curious. What the hell are you talking about? What are you even
I
making
love
up?
that. And you says you will know in the moment. You will know in the moment. Exactly.
Go with your gut. You'll know. And
Follow
you don't owe anybody anything.
Yeah.
No. People like to approach and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. The thing is, so
I don't need to speak on that, right?
Yeah. The thing is like to start retaining your power. Your power lies in your response or your reaction. Okay? And that's where you breathe. Hello, Rich. How you doing? Rich in Life has joined us. Hello, everyone, says Rich. Take a breath now. No, there's no rush, because there's nothing to defend, and if you got to listen to yourself and trust yourself. And if the idea of confronting them was causing you anxiety, well, there's perhaps a different way to approach it that doesn't cause you anxiety and shows you a perspective of truth that you didn't consider before, right? So you're a smart person, right? I guess this is time to start trusting yourself. You tell yourself some truth, you just don't follow through. You don't think that you're right. Yeah. That's what I gotta say. Thank you for the roses, usually. Oh my God, thank you so much for this. That's Salty. You are so welcome. Anyways, my name is Arita because I probably didn't say that before.
Hmm.
And today is day 34 of 111 days that I'm showing up here live on TikTok, usually around this time of the evening. Areta. Yes. Aretha, no H. That's how I usually say. So yeah, and yeah, we just exactly. And we just jump on and we talk exactly like this. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day, Salty. Thanks for joining us. It was beautiful. Thanks for kicking it off.
Have a good one.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. I'm gonna shove some food in my mouth as well. Wow.
You know,
Yeah,
that's why I keep muting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. That felt so good. Rich in Life says, "Hey Rocky,
Hi, Rich.
you know what? Could you send it to Ian?"
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did. There you go. Look. No. Oh, that's Sing.
Singer says, I'm the only person not eating." The answer is
You
always
know,
within. It always is. But we got to
it's that.
continue to
It's
slow
that time of
down.
day.
Yeah. We just got to slow down enough to listen to ourselves and understand what we're really reacting to, right? And sometimes we are reacting for no good reason.
Yeah. Well, it's hard
It's
when
hard.
you're in a
But here's the
probably
thing.
in a space that you don't want to be in the first place,
But here's the
and
thing.
then you're being put. Because I know I used to freak out.
Yeah, but that's
I
my
would
point,
freak
right?
out.
Is that they didn't know before, now they do. That's what they left with, right? Is that there's another option because they were thinking that they were needed to confront this person who was causing them severe anxiety and was not going to be able to do it, and then putting off even simply saying that's not true to people, leaving them to have a conclusion about this person, and that's what they're actually afraid of. But they're creating it by not standing up for themselves and saying, no, it's not true.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't owe you anything. I have to tell you if it's right, wrong, indifferent, or somewhere in the middle. Kick
Right. So,
rocks.
yeah, so that's
But you
what our
have to be in a
conversation.
position where you truly don't
Yeah, but
care what these, because who, they're co-workers. It's not your brother, your mother,
exactly.
your it. They're people that if I see you again in 2 years, come on. Outside of
I'm
here,
not
where do I see
remembering.
you? What do you know? You know, I don't know. It's easier
Yeah,
said than
so,
done
yeah,
because
but
I'm
I know, but I'm just saying that now they have that understanding, right? Because I wouldn't have expected them to do what I'm saying before, right? But now they actually have choice, right? They have an awareness that they get to choose how they deal with something in a way that causes them anxiety or something that's actually calming to their system.
yeah.
Right? Because that's what's needed, is right, because the system, the body is in flight and fright mode and
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to deal with it. But if you
Mm-hmm.
could deal with what's present, what's real, what's true for you, then you're not dealing with confronting someone. You're dealing with what's true for you, which helps to calm your system because you know what your truth is. It helps to ground you back into your present self and you don't go outside of your body and you're freaking out when there's nothing to actually freak out about. So this is just like the little things that we learn in life. And now it's a tool they can utilize if some other situation comes up where they take the opportunity to really address where are they coming from with this response, right? So yeah, has any as more of good you carry, as more doubt will come for you. I think I understand that the more good you carry, the more doubt will come for you. Yes, and you have to be so strong in your knowing of who you are. But that is the work. This is what we're here to do, is to really learn ourselves, to trust ourselves, and know that we give good advice to other people, but we don't necessarily take it for ourselves first and foremost. And it's to start trusting that inner voice within you that's telling you something, and just move from that place, right? And that's what I'm here to tell you to do. Listen to yourself. Don't listen to me. Well, listen to me when I say listen to yourself, because you know what's best for you, right? I mean, I could give you my opinion, my advice all the way through, but at the end of the day, you still have to do the choosing. You still have to do the moving, right? So, what does your soul say to you? What's your knowing saying to you, right? Yeah, you. It's all you. Ah. So this card just flipped over after I said that, so I'm just going to read it. It says, accepting what is.
Oh, I love that.
Right? I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Okay. That was funny. I was just like, I guess I'm going to read this because it was. And it's actually the first card of it's the first card of the deck. Accept your life in all its configurations. Know that every moment, situation, and event has sorry, let me repeat that. Accept your life in all its configurations. Know that every moment, situation, and event has profound value, even if it doesn't seem like it. Accept your inner majesty. Be present. You are magnificent and wondrous beyond measure. Embrace all parts of yourself. It is an act of both power and faith to love, honor, and accept what is. At times, it can be challenging to truly accept what's occurring in your life. When you do so, however, you affirm that there's a plan for your life and that everything is working out for your highest good. Accepting what is doesn't mean that you can't work to change it, because you can. It does mean that there is gentle yet profound awareness that every experience can support your highest good and spiritual evolution. Yes, Moses, go ahead. If there's something you just can't accept, start by gently acknowledging the fact that you can't accept it. As you increase your own acceptance in life, this will help others be at peace in their own lives. So, in what ways would you suggest men specifically go about cultivating more emotional intelligence? Oh Lord! So, man, that's
That's a loaded one.
Let me just listen. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, but I would simply say that to cultivate more emotional intelligence is to tap into the feminine essence and energy within yourself, which is your intuition, right? And trusting what feelings are coming up. They're coming up for a reason. And sometimes they just need to be acknowledged and released in whatever way you choose to, whether you cry it out, whether you dance it out, maybe you draw it out, in whatever way that emotion wants to be expressed through you. They're emotions. They're meant to move through you. And taking action, is key. It's one thing to know, but it's the greatest thing is to act. And that's how you align fully within yourself, and even the feminine as well, is to trust our intuition, and our masculine side is what takes action. So this is the walk of trusting ourselves fully, is trusting the divine masculine and feminine within each one of ourselves, even along with emotions. What is our body speaking to us? It's becoming in tune and aware of your being. What is your being expressing to you? Is your being tired? Why is your being tired? It's about not just being tired and say, yeah, I'm tired and keep pushing. It's like it's talking to you, right? It's saying rest. It might say, don't go to the gym this week. It might say a whole bunch of different things. Change your diet. That's the balance within each and every one of us. And knowing that we are always being guided, our higher selves, but it's either one side or the other for us humans. you
Mm-hmm.
know so that's the walk, right? And even in the conversation that we were having earlier with Salty, and being aware of choice, right? That is emotional intelligence. Okay, so being aware of where you're making the choice from. Are you making the choice from a place of fear and you're reacting, or you're making it from a place of love for yourself first and foremost, and how you want to approach the situation that's calming to you and loving to you and not harmful to anyone, and especially not harmful to yourself. you know that is the balance. And I think that when each one of us as human beings can get to that place within each of ourselves, I mean, I think we'd be living and experiencing a completely different reality. What do you think? Alonia says, yeah. Hey, Rocky.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Well, the desire to do so is key though.
The
You have to
desires are,
want to center and balance and find yourself and achieve these things.
well, that's why
It,
the talk is always from the place of, this is, that shift wants to happen in your life, and the desire is there for it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be having this conversation.
yeah.
Because,
So
you
it's
know,
based on the assumption that you want to, because
yeah,
just to touch on, how
because,
to achieve more intelligence, and it's like, well, I think all you really need is the desire to do so.
yeah,
And if the desire for anything for that matter is strong enough, and you can stop the noise and sit with yourself and focus, then it's amazing what will just organically come to you. Yeah.
absolutely. So, I mean, Moses, did I answer your question in any which way? I think you said 100, 100 twice, 200. Okay, pass the test.
Yay.
you know, feel like I'm in school sometimes. Um, but I think that, like, it's, I don't know, this accepting what is one of the harder things to do as humans. Like, we all want to try to control the outcome of things. And those outcomes are meant to be what they are. And so it's, again, going back to that truth within yourself to say, what am I really fighting for? Or why am I doing this? What is the expectation that I expect to have, realistically so, from putting myself through this torturous situation potentially, right? And if you sit with yourself long enough and have the conversation, then you'll know. You get to choose from a place of anger, hate, fear,
No.
or peace, love, and light, man.
Yeah. Well, nothing good ever came out of anger or desperation or anything negative. It's just a response because your ego is crushed
Yeah,
versus, saying,
yeah,
okay, I really want to achieve something here. I hope for an end result, and we're really good at trying to predict what that end result's going to be. But you have to just trust the process, like they say. Just do your thing and let the chips fall where they may. And be willing to accept them.
well,
Like
you know what?
when they say don't ask a question unless you're prepared for the answer.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. But
kind of like it.
I say that. when you're doing this for you, is to try, and you're coming from that good, honest place of knowing yourself, loving yourself, and trusting yourself. And
Okay.
this is the inner guidance. This is the guidance your soul is speaking to you, and you're taking action on this. Is to go, why would I lead myself to a place, number one, that I've never been before, which is scary, and then I fail, so to speak, because I know all the experiences that I've had has brought me to this place. I have discernment, you know, I have understanding, I have some knowledge, but the true wisdom is me taking action. So, as that action, I'm taking everything that I've learned and I'm applying it to my life. Am I saying that all of that information that I've taken, that I know to be true, that I understand, is gonna, that things are just not gonna work out because I'm taking a chance on myself? Am I not worthy enough to believe in myself that something can come of this, that something good can come of this? And so for me, this is like, and this is why I'm here. Like, really, Rocky, like, I am not doing this with any kind of outside noise about what it's not.
Yeah.
And it's about my success, whatever that may be. I am so open. I do not know where this is going. I just know I was meant to show up here. And 34 days in, I'm like, I'm liking this. I'm
Yeah.
loving this. I love the people who come up here. I love the conversations that we have. They're all so different, even the ones who come at me, like it's good because it's strengthening me, you know? And I'm learning so much more about myself in doing this. And it makes me happy. This is what makes me happy, you know? So it's just like, I don't even know where I came from with that. But at any case,
Oh, it's what you feel.
yeah, just like, gotta take a chance on you. Like, why would I end up in a place that is not something this is filling my soul?
Yeah.
Why would it not work out? And so I work out, I come from the place of it has already worked out. I just don't know what has, right? I really don't know. And I don't know where it's going.
Well, we don't
But like,
always need to jump ahead though,
yeah, don't,
and
we
and
don't.
know
We do not.
where is this going to lead? It's happening,
Exactly.
and I've been privy to the couple of people that have come on, and you completely changed how they felt when they left, and that's huge because who takes the time to actually hear somebody out without judgment and basically leave them or guide them to come to a different conclusion on their own. It's not like you're preaching to them and telling them this is what you have to do, because you more than not say, I'm not here to tell you, I'm here to guide you, and then you can take whatever stance you need to from there. And here are a couple of different ways to look at it. And sometimes that's all you need is a different avenue. Don't look at it from a place of anger or a place of upset, but center and say, okay, what is it I'm trying to achieve here?
Yeah.
And what's the best way to go about it? Because we're people, we're
Exactly.
allowed to have our feelings hurt, our egos crushed
Absolutely.
a little bit. But
Yeah.
then you have to wait. That's what I tried to do is
Yeah.
I wait until the anger is gone and then approach. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's easier than others. It really
Yeah.
depends,
Yeah. Yeah. It's
who
practice.
with whom you're speaking is one.
Yeah.
And yeah, to practice, because sometimes you pop off.
Right. I don't pop off anymore. That I've
You
been
don't. You
I don't pop
don't.
off anymore. I've practiced, and it is what it is, as a person says.
Yeah,
It's what
I'm
it
not
is,
good at
man.
that
Like,
part yet. I'm not good at that. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
if it's like a work thing and I know I have to conduct myself a certain way, then I will. No, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not good at it.
No, you're
I
not.
pop off. I just pop off. I really do because I can't. I can't, especially if it's something of injustice, and it's even worse if it's directed to somebody else, and I'm standing there and I'm present, and you're belittling this person for no good reason. There is no good reason anyway. But you're conducting yourself in this way, unacceptable. Do not, you should not, you can, I know, and there's a better
And but
way. I know there is.
but here's the
And
thing
so,
also is okay, so life is filled with many lessons, right? And you want to stand up and defend that person,
yeah.
which is beautiful because I've done it too. But the lesson isn't for us. It's for that person to be able to stand up and defend themselves, just like we had to eventually learn to stand up and defend our own selves,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's the opportunity we take away from that person because that is their journey. Unfortunately, that's just the truth, right? And because we've experienced it, we're empaths, we know. But the
Yeah.
only way that, like, I can't go to Salty's coworkers and pop off on them because, it's not a me problem, but I can show Salty a way
This is how
to.
you do it. No, that's wrong. I'm sorry. I know.
It's great, but it's just it's like
It's
it's for
not
you
right.
to it's like I can't defend you, but you can defend yourself.
Yeah.
And so this is the way that you defend yourself wholeheartedly, lovingly, respectfully so. And that's what we didn't have. We didn't know that we could have responded in that way then because we had so much anger, so much anxiety, so much fear of different things, right? And so it's like just listen, it took me this long, yay long to learn this lesson. I'm passing it to
Yeah.
you so that it shortens the gap now. Like, trust me, you don't want
Yeah.
to spend the next 20 years going, oh, yeah, that thing. I should have stood up for myself. But I'm just saying, just do it now. Choose yourself now.
Yeah.
Trust. That's the only thing I'll say, trust me on. Like, choosing you, you will never lose fully. You can never lose when you choose yourself. I can't choose you. You can't choose me. But you can damn well sure choose yourself. And that's always going to be my message is to choose you, love yourself, love you, trust yourself, listen to yourself, and take action. Take action. Because otherwise, I would not be up here on day 34 talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, coming up like as in not prepared. So many people are like, you need to have a script, you need to should have an outline or point form stuff so you can talk about blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I tried, folks. I tried. God's like, show up and just talk. I'm like a boat.
Yeah.
Just talk. And literally that's what I've been doing. I don't know what I'm talking about when I come on here, but the way that it unfolds, the way that people are just open to jump in and have these conversations and just,
Yeah.
it's been such a beautiful experience. And that's because I chose this for myself instead of choosing to continue to repeat the banging my head against a brick wall and it's bloody and it's bruising and it hurts even more because I know what choice I need to make that's going to
Yeah.
alleviate that pain. But I'm
Yeah.
too scared of the unknown to take that leap. And the joy is in the unknown. It really is. I'm learning that. I'm getting more comfortable with the unknown because truly it doesn't matter. Like I'm living for today. Tomorrow is not a process in my mind. Like, yes, we book appointments and we book trips and stuff like that, but it's to before getting to that day, why don't we live now? We show up now for ourselves. How are we feeling? What are we reacting to? What are we responding to? How are we doing with ourselves? Because the greatest relationship, like I could have asked a whole bunch of people, and they'll say their dad, their mom, their grandmama, their great grandpa, this person, that person. I don't know how many people would actually say that the greatest relationship they have is the one they have with themselves. Very few people will probably say that.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm working on with myself. That is what trusting myself is. That's what's learning myself, following my intuition and taking action, even when it's uncomfortable, and trusting that as I'm moving for me, that it's going to unfold beautifully, whatever that end is for me. But I should be excited, because I've never done this before. And, maybe you haven't done whatever that you're doing before, but it brings about the energy of excitement in our lives to build that momentum for us to like start experience whatever it is that we are creating in this world, right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hello, Candy. Hello, Opal. You look beautiful as always.
No.
Hello, hello. Oh my God, my tongue. Yona? I'm just going to call it Yona. Okay, Yona? Whitney Houston, the greatest love of all.
Oh.
Is that what you're saying about me? Thank you. Yes, yourself. The greatest love of all
Yeah.
is happening to me. The greatest love is inside of me.
Learning to love yourself. Well, it's
It's
the
the greatest.
greatest
Yes.
love of
Well,
all.
exactly. Now go back and listen to that song from this place of awareness.
Yeah.
Hi,
It has
African.
different meaning, yeah?
It will have a different meaning to you now
Yeah.
because listen to it as if she's like she is channeling a message from God for you to listen to. Okay. Thank you. Um,
Oh,
I got a little fan club thing
I
on there.
saw that's cute.
Yeah. Ian said, "Hi, Rocky." Yeah,
Hello, good evening, Ian.
go listen to that song. It makes me want to go play, but like I can't do technology while I'm on my phone and all of that stuff
Yeah,
to
yeah.
play that song. I'm actually going to go listen to it after this and
Mm-hmm.
listen to read the lyrics
Perfect
from the
choice,
place
perfect pick. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
So should
it's
we should
truth.
we should we pull a card for that?
Certainly.
So hello, Ayan. Do you want to jump on? Rocky said hello back.
Hello. Maybe she is busy. She
Mm.
can, when you can listen, but you're doing a lot of other things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now that's in my head. The
I
song,
love you.
poor Whitney.
Yeah. Okay. So I decided to just pull. I hope whatever card comes out makes sense.
They almost always do. So
Okay.
they correlate in one way or another. So
Well, as I said
it's
that,
mm-hmm. What came out?
this one popped out. Okay. White buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way.
Oh,
It's a compass. The path of love is what is true abundance. Okay. It literally flew out
that's
as I was like,
amazing.
oh, I don't know. White buffalo. Yeah.
Ian, the song is Whitney Houston, "The Greatest Love of All." I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe that children are future.
Let
Let them lead the
them
way.
show them all
All
the
the beauty they possess inside
give them the sins.
of pride.
Okay, so this is the card that flew out as we were talking about. Let me just get the lighting on it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
beautiful.
Right? So she is the prophetess of the sacred way.
Mm.
So let's see what White Buffalo Woman has to say. White Buffalo Calf Woman represents the sacred vision that gives us hope that all will be provided for us.
There you go.
I'm going to butcher this word, but let me try here. Tisanwi, or White Buffalo Calf Woman, is a primary cultural prophet of the Lakota religion. Buffalo are considered sacred to the Plains people and are seen as messengers from the ancestors. A Lakota legend says that two young scouts went out in search of food during a famine. They saw a stunningly beautiful woman appear before them in a radiant white light. The first scout approached her with unholy intentions, and the second scout watched as the first man turned to bones the instant he tried to touch her.
Ooh.
She was clearly Lila Wakan, very holy. Thankfully, he knew this. She asked him to approach her because she could see into his heart and knew his intentions were good. She told him to prepare for her arrival in the village. He went back and gathered everyone together. She appeared before them and taught them the seven sacred rites of the Lakota people, including the sacred pipe ceremony that binds women and men together in a circle of love and mutual respect. White Buffalo Woman is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our heart's longing with action, okay, we find that
Mm,
the sacred way to move through the world. Mhm. This sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and our every step. White Buffalo Woman is an omen of hope that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love.
yeah. I
Gotta
know,
take
I
it up with
know.
that. Okay. What she wants us to focus on
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
intention behind an action because that changes the outcome. She's a sacred prophet sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. I'm telling you, when prayer joins right action, when we move from that intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and community, our needs are divinely met. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. Are you guys talking about pink and blue?
I'd see them as pink and blue. I think someone, red and blue logo is the request button. So I don't know if somebody,
Oh, pink
if
and blue. Oh.
Ian is trying to get on or recommending that to someone else to join.
Okay, so
It's
what's
right
the middle
on the bottom right
right
hand.
hand? Okay.
Beside where you would type in the message are the
Yeah, it looks
two
like that's
little head and shoulder people.
yeah, pink and
And
I can
then,
say that I see this pink and blue.
yeah, yeah, same, yeah. And then something will come up in a couple of seconds. And then you hit the button, and here
Is
you are.
somebody,
Yes,
sorry,
it's pink.
somebody,
Love that.
is someone asking to join? I'm like so confused. Like when I'm reading like stuff, folks, I'm just I mean, did she just not confirm like everything I just said?
Absolutely everything. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so tell God I'm a liar.
No,
That was
no.
so beautiful though. That was like awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That was so lovely. It really is like this journey in life is really about you. And I say that in the most loving way because when you choose you, there's so much that comes to you to offer others. But you can't do that until you pour fully into yourself. You got to be fully yourself. You know what I'm saying? You need to be self centered, right? Yes, centered within yourself, selfishly so, sacredly, lovingly, selfishly so.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, so much pours into you. And that's what the card's asking is to trust that you are provided for when you choose you, when you take a chance on you. Trust that goodness and greatness will come from that decision because you know your whole life you were choosing other people and put everything else above you. So why would choosing you? I guess that would be why you think if you chose you, you get nothing out of it, right? Because you got nothing out of it when you're choosing other people, right? Um,
Yeah.
so she's asking Lynn, does Elias love me enough to marry me this year? Here's the question. It's not a matter of does Elias love you enough. Do you love Elias enough to marry him this year?
Hmm.
Because I don't know Elias, I know you. And if you're asking if somebody else loves you enough to marry you, I'm going to ask you, do you love yourself enough to marry you? And that's it. No ego. That's not even an ego question. It's like, do you believe that everything that's within you, that loving, kind, good heart, the person, the being that you are, the passions that you have, all of these things that you get to express fully and share with another person. And you don't have to change who you are because they love exactly all of that about you. Charge. Go run down that path if that's the case,
Yeah.
right? That's how you know when they're just like, boo, I love you exactly like you are. You don't have to put nothing on. You're good. We good. Because it's your essence. It's your inner beauty, the soul that you are, that they're connected with. So if you're connected like that with each other and just trust in that, you know better than I do. You're the one in the relationship. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't tell you, but you know. Your soul knows already the answer,
Mm.
right? It's just now trust you. If it's the person for you, then you already know. I won't know that. And that's your intuition, because if he was no good for you, your gut would have said that as well. And that that you're lying to yourself. You would also know that as well. See what I mean? You know everything. You know everything about you. You're like, you give yourself the greatest advice, man. I'm telling you, trust you. And like, do not lie to yourself. When you lie to yourself, look yourself in the eye, look in the mirror, and tell yourself that story. See how you feel. Are you going to hang your head and pretend? Right? But then you're going to create a situation that potentially isn't that great for you. And then you're going to be upset at that other person, yet you already knew. That's your intuition. That's actually what your intuition is. You have foresight. You can break down scenarios and see them from a mile. That's your gut. You know. So don't go down that path and go, see, I was right. Good. But you could have avoided it. If you just trusted yourself, you listen to yourself, man. That is what we all have. But yet we pretend that we don't see, just to appease somebody else sometimes. Right? But the person
Or
that ends up paying for it,
ourselves.
yeah. But ends up paying for it? Ourselves.
Ourselves, yeah.
So now
Like
it's a matter of, well,
you
now it's
know
a
those
matter of,
little ding ding dings, but you go, oh
yeah,
but
we're
because
at
you
the,
really don't want to believe it. And then after all the caca is said and done, you go, yeah, I kind of knew all along,
right.
but I poo-pooed it and I didn't want to accept it or whatever the case or reason may be.
So we are at the point now in life where we know better. So we do better. We got discernment. We don't go down that path anymore. We trust ourselves, right? And it's in those little moments when your instincts tell you something, just don't. Like yesterday, I went into an establishment to offer my not offer my service, to pay for a service. And when the way they looked at me, I was that's all I'm gonna say. And I was like, oh, you don't like my kind, that's for sure. And then the price that they gave me, I was just like, oh, you just totally upset. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want me here.
If I'm
And
going
he's
to
like, you
serve
willing
you,
to do it? I said,
I'm going to make you
no.
pay.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm good. Thank you. Ah, I want you touching anything, that energy touching anything. But you see, some other people might have felt bad and they're like, oh, but I'm here already. So even though I don't feel comfortable and they're not making me feel comfortable, like some people would stay. And I'm just like, no, I get to choose. You don't make me feel good. I don't want you doing anything for me. That's what my human felt. It didn't feel good. And my intuition was like, you don't feel good here. They don't like you. You don't know that. So why are you gonna stay? And that's my intuition, my divine feminine. And then my masculine said, I'm out. And I left because that's the choice I had. That's me empowering myself. Me giving away my power is me giving them my money just because I'm there already and it might be uncomfortable to leave. So what? I'd rather be uncomfortable leaving than uncomfortable staying. you know? Who whispered in your ear?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, Khadijah.
So welcome, folks. Okay, Lynn Rue said, "Wow, thank you. You're welcome, Lynn Rue. You're so welcome." Sometimes I just go off on a tangent. Um, Welcome. Yeah, you are like the greatest love of all is you, and when you start loving you, start listening to you, man. Trust in the unknown. You don't know what's going to be coming for you. but it gotta be greater than what you've been experiencing so far. And here I am. Yes, boss. This was beautiful. This was so good. Like my soul is happy. My soul is really,
Nice.
yeah. This was really nice. God bless. God bless. Like I'm grateful that I chose to do this because I could have chosen not to. You know.
True.
So I think that I'm gonna done it here. This is my energies now. Time to chill. I do a 9 to 5 grind, folks. So like, and we'll wind down
Need
for
some
the week.
downtime.
Yeah, with myself and just process and just be thankful and grateful. Thank you guys for joining. Those who joined, appreciate you. And anytime, like folks, like you could jump on live and chat with me, because that's how we do it. That's because you saw Rocky here, Incanauts, like she's on. You could jump on as well. Okay,
Always,
always
always.
room for more. All right. So I will see you guys tomorrow because I'm back here for day 35. Wow. I can't believe like a month has gone already. This is wild. But I will see y'all folks tomorrow. Have a good night, my
See you
friend.
tomorrow.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Good night.
Good night.